Hey guys, Al2 here, and I'm back with the Axial Gravedigger monster truck upgrade. If you saw in the first running video that I had, I didn't get very far in, and I ended up breaking the front axle and bending the rear one. Now, it was quite a dramatic landing. The place I was running at, that sand hill, that is the least smooth hill that you could possibly find. So what happened is I went up off a jump, and because of the trajectory of the place on the hill that I went up, it threw the truck sideways into the air. I didn't capture the landing, but what it did was it landed on the side of those giant J Concepts tires, and I think that just put unbelievable stress on the front axle that it hit that hard. That being said, I certainly was surprised to see the axle break. You can see right here, there's the non-broken one, and you can see where it broke off, and you could see that broke off in the hub of the tire, so that put a lot of stress on that. The rear axle bent, as you can see. Now don't worry about that ground down area. I had to grind that down because of the way it was bent, so I could get the bearing off. So that being said, I searched for beefier parts for the AR60 axle. I found a few upgrades. Vanquish makes a CVD for the front of an AR60 axle, but it was very expensive, like $65 for a set, so I didn't want to do that. So what I did is I picked up actually a CVD axle from Axial. Now, I don't really think the steel on it's any stronger, but it's not your dog bone. It's not your dog bone. It's a CVD. Let me see if I can get a shot here. Try to get you a close up here. You can see I already have it installed, so you can see it just has a better steering motion than a dog bone would have. But as far as strength, it's no bigger. It doesn't seem stronger, so I don't know if it's really going to hold up or not. But it was a lot cheaper than the Vanquish. I think they were, I don't know, they might have been $30 a pair. So that's already installed on the front. As far as the rear, I did find an upgrade product from Vanquish. It's a Chromalloy AR60 rear axle shaft, and it definitely looks a lot tougher than the stock. So I'm going to go ahead and get that installed on the back. And after starting to tear into this truck further, I found a few more things that got damaged. First of all, this back shock broken, and in this rear axle, I don't know if you can see it, that is a bearing, or what used to be a bearing. So what I decided to do is went ahead and picked up a fast eddy bearing kit. I'm going to replace those rear bearings, and I'm going to replace the ones in the front as well. As far as the broken shocks, well, just one broken shock. Now, these shocks really just aren't performing very well for the modifications I put on this truck. So maybe different oil combinations, spring, I'm not sure. But I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet. And I know these are expensive, but went ahead and picked up the Proline Power Stroke shocks, and I'm going to go ahead. This truck needs some serious suspension dampening on it, so I'm going to go ahead and give those a try as well. Just because of all the upgrades and the stress that those giant tires put on the frame, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Power strokes on the front and rear. New bearings. Now the only other upgrade that might be worthwhile is the upgrading to the helical bevel gear set that you can get, hardened steel, for the AR60 axle. So that may be something you might want to do. I'm probably going to do that in the future. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get all these parts installed so I can go ahead and get a second running of this thing. It's been sitting around here for quite a while now. A lot going on with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, so I haven't had a lot of time to work on the truck. So stay tuned. I'm going to get this thing back for running video number 2, so look for that in the near future. Alright guys, thanks a lot, and if you like it, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you soon.